Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Kuntres and Mayan. Start by giving tzedakah. Good tzedakah. We're going to have in mind all the soldiers and all the captives and all the people in Eretz Yisroel. We're going to focus on Tal ben Mitzah. Mitzah Hashem should be good and healthy. And today, we start Maamer Chav Ches, our last Maamer in Kuntres and Mayan. Big stuff. Okay. Basically, we're just going to give, the Rebbe Shab is going to give a summary of everything we said in simple terms. So what are we trying to give over here? Let's see. The idea of Kuntres and Mayan is Ki mi shekvar nifta. Someone is already given over, gone stuck with the foolishness of the Yetzer Hara. Now, one of the ways that we talked about, the Yetzer Hara is convincing us things that we shouldn't be doing. Whether it's coming from pleasures of this physical world, that it causes us to be drawn after the goodness in physical things, habahami, binyanim, hagashmim, and things of physicality. And because we become so coarse, so we start to get very, very involved. You know, it makes a very big difference how much bubbles are in the seltzer water. And when that happens, that's the cause of the Nefesh Bahamis having so much control over us. That's sort of where our head is. So that's what he's talking about. That's the issue, so to speak. And everyone has their own version. And it totally removes the person from realizing this is totally nothing got to do with you. What do you care? It's like this is not where you're meant to be holding. And even more so if it comes to a point of something that things that are asur. God forbid. That even on this, the Ruach Shtus has dominion over us. To cover over the truth. That's something to asur. But the Yetzer Hara has convinced us and it's covered over this truth that we don't even think about it as something bad. And it convinces us that through doing this Aveira, we're not going to be separated from Hashem, Chas v'shalom. And we're still totally Jewish, we're good. Nothing happens, nothing changes. We'll bless ourselves in the heart. We'll say it's going to be good for me. I can do the Aveira and I'm still good. And who's going to see and who's going to know what's going on? It's just, I'm good. No one sees me. We desensitize ourselves when we recognize that Hashem is there. And so we get away with it by no one's seeing me. Or we say, Hashem gets understand. Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. We can do whatever we want. And we justify all these things. But where this is essentially coming from, this is coming from the Yetzer Hara. This is just imaginary ideas. V'sheker muchlat, and it's out of falsehood. Commission is bar el. I explained at length above. V'hu mitzad chumrei hagas nitfas beruach hatshtus. Now this is because of the ruach shtus and the coarseness that it's caused for us to be in this state. So this is the state we're talking about, where we're totally desensitized to godliness, we're totally sensitive to physicality, and we can't handle that the food was cooked in a certain way, and that people do things, and my bed doesn't have the 15 pillars, and all these types of things that makes us very sensitive to physicality, that desensitizes us to spirituality, to godliness, and things like this. So what do we do? How do we become sensitive to godliness? Or if we're talking about business. And in business and work, we're constantly thinking about work, and it's on our mind 24/7. Ad shemonea oisay mikivius itim matayla tefillah kedaboy until it affects us. Being able to set time for davening and learning, and just b'chal being able to prioritize duties in our life. We're so bothered by work, we can't even when we're at work, and even when we're at a shiur, we're not listening to the shiur properly. We're on our phones, things like this, we're distracted. So how do we deal with all these issues? Because of the total involvement in one of these things. Hichtirei bilbish, the Yitzhar crowned you and include you, lahatesei, to fool you, midach emes, to turn you away and go to the path, or turn away from the path of truth. Ve'ein bicholtei lizgaber alav alkol al pi adash acheshber in tzedek anas. In that case, we're in that such situation, we can't think our ways out of this problem. Because of the strength of Yitzhar. Yitzhar has convinced us. Well, our mind is so warped, we don't even understand what's really true. Like it says in Tanya, as time goes on, it gets worse. Parakut Gimel. The Alter Rebbe writes, this Chazak Yoser got more strengthened. Behemshech Zman shenishtamesh boy harbe b'achila u'shtiya. The more you eat and the more you drink, it gets worse. And any other types of physical things that we're using, the more you use the physicality in the wrong way, the worse it's making you. Ad Kan Lashem, this Alter Rebbe says, and basically what he's saying is that the more you do things, every time you're eating and drinking, put this on for the right purpose, so it's adding strength to Nefesh Bahamis and to the Ruach Shtus, so making it harder to have clarity and the Nefesh Lekis to be able to have it say. So what happens? Because you're totally sunken in, so you come to so excited for this piece of cheesecake. It's so exciting, and you're totally, it's like consumed within it. And so you totally get, like suddenly your whole world becomes about the cheesecake. You go to work, you have the cheesecake, you're learning, we're going to have the cheesecake. And you become totally involved, which is not where we're meant to be. We're not saying you shouldn't eat. Of course you should eat and eat healthily and all these things, but it's the total given overness to these things. And furthermore, and even more, because of this, also the nefesh kiss is very weak. But tukva, the gufa, like it says, the strength of the body's chalush and neshama is a weakening of the neshama. You can't be kaching in cheesecake and kaching in a maamer. It's one or the other. It's like in a simple sense. You can't be a person super healthy, going for runs, and then afterward eat junk food. It doesn't work. If you ever try it, go for a good long run till you're partially exhausted and try to eat junk food, it feels disgusting. It doesn't work. And this is what I was saying. You're connected to your ruchnius, you don't care much about gashmius. And they're equally balanced. You care a lot about gashmius, it's hard to care about ruchnius. They can't come together. And therefore you can't go according to the logic. You can't say, I shouldn't do this, and I should really be learning. I'm going to go now have a shiur, I make a chavrusa and learn. So it doesn't work. It can't work because you're totally given over to one side. So what do you do? This is the trick to getting overcoming Yitzhar. And this is the idea of the river of Shittim. So what do you have to do? You have to go with shtus to kedusha, which is v'hum she's gabu ka'ari. You should get up like a lion. Lasis raka hefek mitzah hara, to go totally opposite of the Yitzhar hara. So you recognize you want to do this. I'm going to do the opposite. B'li taino amaino, without any type of discussion, or b'li cheshbon, not any thoughts, calculations. 1 second, but I should go to sleep more. I'm up. I'm getting up. My alarm went off. First alarm, you get up and you're going. Don't discuss it. Don't have a good conversation. But you're not going to win. Or when you win, it's 5 hours later. God, you have to go with great strength. Shebahadavar hahu sheshakua boy, with the thing that he's totally given over to. Me'echa me'advarim enough, one of these things, yaseh hefel hagamri. Should do totally opposite to that. V'lo yachshav klal ma'yim ita. Don't think about what's going to be. Yeah, but what's going to... If we're totally cooking in these things, we're going to do the opposites. V'zeh yesh b'koyach neshamas Yisrael, and we all have this ability to do this. Mitzad etzam and nishmasam. Sheyesh b'hem teiku gadol l'mayel mitam v'das. We have this extra strength. It's above reasoning. Shezeu inyan b'chinas kshei oev. This is the stiff neck aspect of the Jewish people in a positive way. Shul l'maliyusa. Normally we say we're stiff neck people. It's a complaint. These people are just stubborn. It's annoying. But here we're using it as a ma'ila. That stubbornness is also what gets us to be able to go strong against the Yetzer Hara and Nefesh Bahamis, and against the Shtus. And with this is the idea of the walls going out from the house of Hashem. And above, this is the pnimis of Chachma, as it is cleaving to Kesser, a very deep level of godliness. And in the soul, this is our essence of Anashama, which is above reasoning. And this is what it means, the walls with the house of Hashem, which is saying it's coming from the essence of the Neshama. Came and watered, Hishka and waters is the valley of Shittim. Because this strength that's coming from the essence of Anashama, it has the ability to overcome this Ruach Shtus, this Yetzer Hara, the Yetzer Hara. Meaning, this is a very tall order. We're asking ourselves to transform ourselves. That instead of caring so much about the food on our plate, we care so much about the amount we learned and how much we're connected to other people and how much our Eretz Yisroel is. It's a big transformation. But we're saying we can do this. That's what he's saying. You can. La moed al nafshe, be taken to stand strong with your soul. Gadol, la sois bepoyel hefech ma hergesh activity, go exactly opposite from what's in your nature. Shaloi behav prat shehu shakur bay, in whatever detail that you're stuck. And then when you do this way for quite a bit of time, you'll weaken your coarseness, and your natural feelings, your animalistic ones, you'll work on it. And suddenly you start to feel your nefesh lekis. So you start doing it, you go strong, and then you start to be more sensitive. Your nefesh lekis will come out more, and you'll feel it. You're like, and you'll notice. You probably won't even notice it, but suddenly you'll recognize you're a different person. It doesn't happen in one shot. It goes over time. You do this, and suddenly you notice you are more sensitive. And that's why that's why it's very good. It's very important. It's a very good thing to write things down. Like today, I'm taking a chot. I'm going to start working on this thing. And then you can look back on it. You're like, whoa, that was like 3 weeks ago. I was thinking about that. I'm a totally different person now. Then you can have this real connection to godliness. Like it says, in all your ways you should know Hashem. Which means that even in the physical things, your natural, just your run-of-the-mill type of things you do, which is just needed to be alive. Not about davening, Torah mitzvah, it's just day-to-day life, day-to-day stuff. Where it's work, you're not going to get pulled away with this ruach shtus. True knowledge in Hashem, and you'll go confidently in the ways of Hashem. Mitzah Hashem by all of us. The Kitzur, every single yid, yesh boy, hatakev, the ma, the chachma, has the strength of this level of ma of chachma. We talked about yesterday, which is the deepest part of chachma, which is like the etzam and neshama. Nefesh, v'hu mayon, and this is the wellspring, hamashke gamas nachashitim, that can even give over to the shtus, hanilkad, The pituye Yetzer Hara, which is at the moment given over to the Yetzer Hara. The tarich lo'era take you have to arouse this strength, this shtus coming from the koyach of a seichel, meaning the etzem neshama. And we can, in actuality, go against what we feel like doing. And this will refine our coarseness, hagas, will act according to what Kedusha tells us. And with that, we finish Kuntres Samayin. Mazel tov. Just like we finish Kuntres Samayin, so too we should finish many other Sifrei Chassidus. Yeah, amazing. Thank everyone for joining the process, this trip. Many shurim later. Yeah, and everyone should enjoy it, should internalize it. We should be strong against the Yetzer Hara, Nefesh Lekis, Nefesh Hamis, which will strengthen Nefesh Lekis, will make us be able to make better decisions, have better lives, fulfill our mission better, and ultimately bring Mashiach. Thank you for joining. Have an amazing day.